So two matches into the season, how do you think your teams have done so far?
Yeah, I like the progression that we made from 2 weeks ago from the Western New York and the Florida Gulf Coast invite to the meet against Cornell. Definitely picked it up in training those 2 weeks, but for them to come around and still, a lot of cases we're swimming faster and we're doing the little things better.
Yeah, for the women, they open MAC competition this weekend. How not exciting, but like it's the beginning of the season. How is it? Is it different for them? Is it more of a this is a MAC opponent, we need to swim faster, or is it just the same, go out and swim?
I think we approach it like every other meet, but definitely the swimming against a MAC school increases that intensity a little bit more, and so it's just good to get out and get another meet and see where we are, against Ball State McMaster.
This weekend it's your third meet in 4 weeks, and then you have this long break until November when you swim one event, and then
For the guys.
Yeah, for the guys,
Yeah.
and then they're off until after the women swim in November again.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're off until January. How is it as a coach? Do you have to keep motivating your team to keep working when you have these long breaks without competition?
Well, the focus meet really for the fall semester is the Bucknell Invite. That's where we will, it simulates our championship meet at the end of the year. And so these guys, I don't have to really generate any kind of motivation. The motivation is there to swim well there, because that's kind of how, we're ending our kind of our fall season at that meet, and training and then getting into training. So I look forward to having a couple of weeks off of meets, just so these guys can get more rest during the weekend, and so the schedule's kind of by design for that.
And then Russ, talk about Mackenzie's performances so far. She won Co-Swimmer of the Week this week. How has she progressed since her Zone A qualifier last year, and what have you been working on with her and the other divers to get them back there this year?
Well, Mackenzie, I think, just had a really solid meet. She's been training hard. She's on a bit of a different schedule with some class conflicts, so she has to come in at some other times, and I know she was really nervous about that, and just tried to get her to realize that she's putting in the work. It's different ways at different times, but she's putting in the work, and she's going to get the results. And I think getting that award just really kind of solidified that for her. Maybe she believes in herself a little bit more. So I was thrilled with that. I thought she did a great job competing. Really looking forward to seeing how the women are going to compete against Ball State. I think it's a very even playing field on the diving boards. So I'm really anxious to see how they're going to step up and compete at our first conference meet.
Thanks.
Thank you.